Posted. I had made a post though, letting
No,
people
hold
know I
on a
was gonna
second.
be here.
All right, we're ready. We're live. This is Johnny Walker Dread. I'm joined by 1250 Podcast. I don't know if it's going to be so much of a debate tonight. I think we agree on a lot. Kind of surprising to you, I think, but that's okay. I mean, we're here to discuss this incident in Cincinnati. And of course, what you call it is a problem because some people call it a brawl, some people call it an incident, a fight, whatever. I really don't think it matters. I'm really kind of tired of that argument. But I have 1250 podcast here. Why don't you talk about yourself and your channel and be sure to get people to subscribe?
What it do, man? Hey, I run a channel called 1250 Podcast where we talk about a lot of subjects. Right now, we are discussing what happened in Cincinnati. You can subscribe to my channel or follow my channel at 1250 Podcast, and we can have a conversation, man. I'm open. Like you said, you can call it all of the above, whatever you want to call it, or adjective you would like to use to describe what went down. It all fits. So we just
Well,
go from there.
tell us a little bit about what you cover on your channel. What are the major themes?
We try. I normally try to deal with court cases and trials, and also, but like I said, we talk about politics from time to time. We talk about sports. We pretty much cover whatever basis that's out there. I listen to my subscribers, and they might send me a story that they want me to report on, and I report on it. I give my opinion on it, and we go from there.
Okay, good deal. Go to his channel. I always pop into your live streams, which are a hoot. I think you do mostly live streams, right? And then you make videos out of them.
Yeah, I do the live streams, and then I break the live streams down into videos for people that don't like live streams because they're too long.
Yeah, I do the same. Okay, so at any rate, I'm Johnny Walker Dread. I'm easily the most prolific publisher of videos on the Kyle Rittenhouse case, in case that interests you. If you want to see me interview many involved in the case, including his mom, Kyle Rittenhouse's mom and sisters, go and search through my videos. I have 573 videos on the Kyle Rittenhouse case. I'm also the biggest thorn in the side of YouTube blowhard Rashad Ritchie. I'm preparing a top 10 Rashad Ritchie's most fraudulent moments right now. So if you really don't like Rashad Ritchie, you really should subscribe to my channel. I'm also planning a video where I discuss what Texas considers admissible evidence in the Carmelo Anthony case. And I've done a lot on Carmelo Anthony. I think I have 77 videos now on Carmelo Anthony. And I mostly look at this thing from a legal standpoint. And I don't get into all the, what did Drew Anthony say and what did Jeff Metcalf say and all that kind of stuff. To me, that's just a bunch of rumor and gossip. And I don't have a whole lot of interest in it. So 1250 Podcast and I have done, this will be our fourth live stream. And the other ones have been all on Carmelo Anthony. So this will be a little bit different. And we're going to be talking about the Cincinnati brawl or fight or whatever, what have you. Do you want to have some opening arguments before we look at any of the videos here, or should we go straight to the video?
I mean, like you said, we agree almost on a few top aspects of it. It's just basically what is people's perception of it.
Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at what we have here.
Bye, you. Talk to you later.
Oh, wait, what did I just do? Did I do a boo-boo? No, I guess I got it. Okay. So what I did was I went and I found two of the clips that I could find on, let's just call it the beatdown, whatever, and I thought I would play them. I put them back to back. YouTube threatened me with a strike, so I had to take it down.
You can't. You got to be careful. You got to be careful with playing the whole thing. You got to like piece it up. If you just play it straight out.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's what I did. I posted them, and then they threatened me with a strike. I appealed it, and they reversed it and said it's okay. So
okay, yeah, you got to be careful.
Yeah, it was a matter, but then they said it was a 72-hour turnaround. So I figured, well, shoot, I don't have 72 hours, so I yanked it. And then they said it's
Yeah.
good, so I went and posted it again. So I think we're good. I think we're good.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful with that, especially if you're going to get stuff off of TikTok, because
Oh,
people be
really?
having their yeah, because some people have their stuff like copywritten, and then it's coming from TikTok. So
Oh, I
once
see.
they give you that alert, you know what I mean, you got to be careful what you get off of TikTok because they give you alert, and that's how you get the strike warning. So it's normally best to pretty much use like news type videos because the news had already gotten like permission to use it or possibly something. I'm just saying just try to keep your way from getting those strikes. I know it's a lot of work building up your channel. You don't want to get it took down.
Yeah. Yeah, and you've actually sent out some pretty good warnings on what YouTube is going to be permitting, and I've actually taken you up on a few of those. I mean, that was pretty useful to know that they're making some changes, and actually, I think it's to our benefit because what we do doesn't violate them, and we compete against people who do stuff that they're trying to clamp down on. But anyway, let's go ahead and get to this. Can you see this? Okay, I mean, can you see the screen?
See it fine.
Okay, here we go. Okay, now there's two of them. I'm going to play first one, and then I'm going to come to you and ask you for your comments.
You got the wrong party. You got the wrong party. No. Sleeping. Sleeping. Sleeping.
And by the way, I don't know who did the video, but can you lift the phone up so we can actually see what's happening? Like,
Man,
what's the point?
I seen exactly what was happening. I seen exactly what was happening. Right? It was two people acting like they wanted to fight. They didn't really want to fight. That's what I seen. I seen two people acting like they wanted to fight and didn't want to fight. And that right there was okay. This is why it doesn't make any sense to me, right? When they say that it was racist, motivated, and that think about this. At that instant right there, when them two were doing whatever they was doing, looking like they was play fighting, why didn't someone jump on him then? Didn't no one jump on him then? Didn't no one go after him?
Well, how many of us have been involved in middle school fights like this where you stand up against someone and it's the crowd that wants you to fight, right? And then sooner or later, this didn't happen, but sooner or later, somebody pushes one into the other, and that's what starts it all because the crowd wants to see a fight, typically. Now, I don't know if that happened here, but I'm saying I've been involved in so many of these where, like you're like, oh man, this dude, even if it's a fair fight, you're still going to get hurt. So, like, you really don't want to do this, but then the crowd really wants you to get into it.
Yeah, I'm
But
saying like
okay,
so them two were mano a mano, and like I said, they were in there playing like they wanted to do something. A black male jumped in the middle of them and said, "Y'all don't want to fight, go on somewhere." Like, and it was left alone. You get that's what I'm seeing. Like it was like, man, y'all don't really want to fight, don't do it, and leave it alone. Like the main problem be how the media took and chopped up and took the video in half and didn't want to put all of this out there because it didn't fit their narrative. That's what people are outraged about. People are outraged how stuff gets reported. It's the reporting of incidents that outrage the people. And news, the news know exactly what they're doing. But then you had government officials like the vice president and the president coming out saying that it was an H crime. That's
and
where it gets
okay,
it
so
gets
I
it
want to
gets
be
the blood
clear on,
pressure boiling.
yeah, I want to be clear on something to everybody out there, and both sides are making this mistake a lot. You can't file a hate crime unless you can prove that the motive was racial. But we see this on both sides, right? We saw that with with Kyle Rittenhouse. We saw it with Darren Wilson and Ferguson and all that. Everybody wants hate crime charges filed for political reasons. It just doesn't work. There's a reason why the DOJ almost never files hate crime charges in these instances, and the reason why they never win when they try. So I really wish both sides would quit this hate crime stuff. You have to show that the motive was racial. And so you better have some text messages or something, some hard evidence to prove that. And I haven't
I
seen
mean,
any of
right
it.
now, all they have is one of the guys saying the N word to someone else. But that
Yeah,
is
we don't
not,
even know who said it. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I'm saying
mean,
like one of the guys who said the N word to someone else, and they said that the guy that was doing the fighting was walking around saying the N word a lot too. Now, I got some information from people that live in Cincinnati that that got boots on the ground. But like I said, that's why I put alleged, because I don't know everything, and I don't know what they're telling me is 100% true. So
yeah, I mean, and another thing that comes out of it is, and, not to get too off the beaten track here, but with the Ferguson case, and I have a number of videos on the whole Ferguson Michael Brown case, but you had, was it 24 people came forward to claim they saw what they saw. And it turns out that they lied. And it just goes to show you that when these incidences happen, people will come out of the woodwork and claim all kinds of crap. And you just can't trust any of it. And so, yeah, I mean, I would agree with you about being a little bit hesitant. I mean, you would think there were 5,000 people watching this thing, judging by the number of people who claim it, right?
I mean, but this is what I'm saying. You have people that's going on national platforms saying that as if did no one try to even help these people. It was people out there literally trying to help these people.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
agree with that. I agree. I
they
mean,
make
I
it
did
seem
see
like
some of that.
everybody that was there, that was around or in the vicinity, were all against these people. It was people actually telling people to stop, pushing people out of the way, picking them up, grabbing them by the hand, trying to lift them up off the ground. Like, but they are saying that everybody that was there should be arrested. Like, and these are national platforms who got millions of views, who is just going after the same rage, like for political reasons, for all kind of reasons, for money, for everything, right? But you know that is going to get another side riled up doing that though. So I understand, and like I always do, I look at both sides. I understand why everybody is calling for a racial crime, right? The same reason why another community called for a racial crime but never get it.
Okay, so let's
It's
go ahead and
like,
move on here because
how dare you call for a racial crime?
okay, hey, 1250, you're kind of coming in a little bit in and out. So let's go ahead and continue with the video, and then I'll stop it, and hopefully you're in a clearer spot. Well, we heard what you said. I
All
mean,
right,
we
go
got
ahead.
it, but you're starting to phase out a little bit. Okay, let's go. Oh, come on. What the hell?
Hey, these niggas is funny fighting the Russians.
Okay, so you saw what happened.
Mm-hmm.
We saw, I mean, there's no doubt in my mind. Now, I don't know what led up to this. Okay, we only, you know how it is. You get these videos and you don't get the whole story, but it appears to me, and you correct me if I'm wrong, and I know you're not going to, the white man slapped. I mean, okay, it wasn't much of a haymaker, but he clearly at least slapped the black guy. And that's battery. And I know all you out there, my fans and my subscribers, I don't have any fans, but you got my subscribers out there are going to be saying, I can't believe Johnnie Walker Dread said that. Hey, it's right there. I mean, he clearly reached out and it looks to me like slapped him. And that's battery. Am I supposed to deny the obvious? I mean, I'm not blind.
Yeah, they want you to. Just like they want you to. They want you to deny it. They want you to. because they don't
Now,
want to be wrong. People don't
now,
want to
the
call
one,
themselves wrong. Now, I was hearing the conversation, and you can hear the guy say, "That's my car." Like the guy said, "That's my car." And when they went up to court, the guy lawyer said that the one who slapped the guy was supposed to have kicked his car, and he asked him, "Why did you kick my car?" And he's like, "Oh, that's your car." And then he is supposed to haul it off and slapped him. Now we can talk about the schematics of everything, and does that qualify for this or qualify for that? Like you just said, the fact of the matter is they got into a verbal altercation. During that verbal altercation, the Russian slapped the guy. Now, what I was getting from my constituents out in Cincinnati is the guy that he slapped actually has a mental problem. Like he's mentally disabled. And the other people that was around him were friends and family, and that's why they felt the need to jump in for him. Now, I don't like once again, that's allegedly. I'm not there. I don't know the man personally. But they're alleging that since he was mentally, disabled, they felt the need to defend him. But I just wanted to put that little context in there, allegedly, just so that's what's being said.
it's a possibility. I think that's all I can say at this point. I mean, like I say, and the other thing is, and I'm not trying to refute it, but the mentally disabled thing has been used a lot. So at this point, and the white guy probably didn't know that. So I don't even sure if it even matters. I mean,
No,
if it turns out,
I'm not saying. I'm not saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think he knew that. I'm saying that he looked like he's pretty wasted out his mind. Like,
mhm,
I doubt if he knew that, right? But in, let's say my community, right? We don't play about our disabled.
mhm.
Like, let's just. That's what I mean. That when people are like, "Oh, they didn't have anything to do with it. He didn't slap him." What I'm saying is they will feel like they would need to protect him because of that disability. If that, I'm just trying to put that into
You're giving
anybody.
them a reasonable justification for what they did.
I mean, that's
Right? I
another
mean,
thing.
that's
I'm not trying to give anybody a reasonable justification for it.
okay.
I'm just stating like that was the fact of why it happened. See, that's the thing. It's
I
like,
see.
oh, why you're trying to I'm not trying to justify nothing. If that is a fact as to why they felt the need to fight him, then that's a fact. You get what I'm saying? It's not to justify it.
Yeah, I get it.
I'm
I
not
get it.
looking for a
Sure.
reason to justify anything.
Okay. Let's go ahead and move on here. Oh, there's a question here. Is there any video from security cameras? Undoubtedly there are, but they are not releasing it. I haven't seen it. And
I,
quite frankly, I don't know why they would. Well, I could see why, but they haven't released it.
this
I
happened.
fail
It
to see
looks
how they
like
could not
it
have.
happened. It looked like it happened out on the streets.
Yeah. Yeah, it happened on the street. There's going to be video footage of it. Whether it's any good or
It,
not, that's another matter. But
that's what I was about to say. It seems as though it happened on the streets. It was a large group. They're not going to have the in-depth detail of what we're seeing through these videos.
yeah,
It's gonna see like a
agree.
crowd. It probably be grainy because it ain't bright enough in the area. Like a lot of them cameras don't be worth the holster that they're sitting on.
Mhm. Hey, John, I don't know what you mean by is it a fact or not a fact? I don't know what you're referring to.
He's probably
Okay.
referring
So,
to what I was saying. It's allegedly,
oh, okay.
John. It's
Yeah.
allegedly. That's what I heard out in Cincinnati from my people in Cincinnati. That's what they're saying. No,
Okay. Let's go ahead and move on here. Someday. I don't know why this thing is.
Oh, yeah, sleep him, yup. Get him up out of here. Get him up out of here, yeah. Get him up out of here. Get him up out of here. Hold on, get him up out of here.
Okay. So the man is on the ground now. Let's continue on a little bit more.
What's wrong with y'all? Yeah, bitch.
Okay. At this point, I have some really serious issues. Both men are on the ground, and I get that people are emotionally wrapped up. They're emotionally charged. But there's a point where you have to say, this fight's over. And is it possible these guys could get back up and get back in the fight? Yeah. But really, I think that this fight's over myself. Let's continue on a little bit more. I know you got things to say, but let's go ahead and continue a little bit more.
Yeah, bitch. Go chill out, baby.
I love the hair weave.
Go chill out. Hold up. Hold up.
Okay, there we go. No, can't do that. Can't do that. Go ahead.
Well, no, I mean, like, I get what you said, and I get what you're saying. It got to a point to where, like, hey, maybe you could at least let them up and try to fight more, opposed to when they're down. You know what I mean? What they say, never kick a man while he's down. Like, I understand that, right? I'm not saying that they deserved what they got. That's what a lot of people. Oh, I'm not saying that they deserve that type of a beating. But what I am saying is, you do not get to dictate what someone's response may be. Like that, like you can't do something to somebody and then want to dictate how they are going to respond to it.
Okay,
Because
well, I'm
it,
not.
it
I'm a
is
little
it they're
confused on that.
okay. Go ahead.
I mean, you're saying I can't judge their actions here?
No, I'm not saying that you can't judge their actions. You're judging their actions as far as someone who's not in the mix and just looking on. I'm talking about a person who's actually in it, right? Who's actually in there. If you're going around,
Uh-oh, I think we may have lost him. I'll keep an eye out for him here. Uh, no, I think he's. Hey, 1250. If you can still hear me, I'm gonna put you out and then have to come back in. I don't know what happened. Okay, so I think what I get, understand what he's saying here. I look at this thing here as, what does the law say? This is clearly aggravated assault at the very minimum. And let's see. Oh, here he is. Okay, I'm still not picking you up. So I think you're in a dead area. So I'll give you an opportunity here a little bit later, 1250, to weigh in. So let me go ahead and say what I need to say here. My issue is that at very minimum, this is aggravated assault. And in some states, you might even consider this an attempted murder. And the reason is it's a stomp down on the man's head. And that could kill him. Furthermore, this man is down on the ground. He's not in the fight. And I get that people, their emotions get away from them. Okay. And I understand that. You do things. I get that you do things that you probably shouldn't have done. When looking back on it, although I'm not sure that those guys feel that way, but you can't do this. I mean, they could have easily killed him. And yeah, I mean, can you kill somebody, stamping down on his head? Oh, absolutely. Go ahead.
they, like you said, they could have did what they, but they didn't. But also, it's at the end of the day, right?
Mhm.
It is laws against what they did, right? It's
Right.
laws
I
against what
pointed
they
out
did,
it's battery.
and that's why they are being charged. Okay, but why isn't he being charged for the law that he broke? See, it's I'm not condoning anything that happened, right? Because I tell people, try to control your emotions, but everybody have to hold themselves accountable for their actions, right? They allowed their emotions to get the best of them to where they did what they did. And the consequences to their actions is they got charged with a crime. And now they got to fight it out in court.
I mean, you raise a good question in that what we saw at the very start was a battery by the white guy on the black guy. And I'm telling you guys out there, I know you're mad, but you have to call him as you sees him. and that was clearly a slap. You can be charged for that. Now, is it a serious crime? No. If you'd have closed your fist and punched him, it'd have been harder. But it doesn't matter. It's battery that's going to start a confrontation. You can't slap somebody like that and not expect to, have it go game on, right? You slap me, it's game on. If you're bigger than me, I'll give it a shot, but but it's game on. You can't do that. So your question is, well, why aren't they charging the white guy with at least battery? And the answer is, I really don't know. I don't know what the police department chief's view on this thing is. She's horrible. She's terrible. She sucks. She gets in front of press conferences, talks out of both sides of her mouth. She could have clarified this thing right from the get-go. There's a reason why I like Grady Judd so much, the sheriff out of Polk County, is that people don't walk away thinking that the guy's holding back on them. Everybody walked away from that press conference thinking that this police chief isn't being straight up with us. And that's a problem. So I don't know why she hasn't charged him. And keep in mind, to just defend her a little, this is really a DA responsibility here. And I'd like to hear what the DA has to say. Who knows? But I mean, that's a good question. I can't answer that.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
That's what I'm saying. That's what people are outraged about, right? It's like, okay, you're charging them. We're not saying that they shouldn't be charged, but it's like, if you're not going to charge him, then they shouldn't be charged. That's how people are looking at it. It's like, if you're going after them and wanting to throw the book at them for their part in this, why are you not going after them with the same eagerness?
Okay, so Thomas Murphy brings up a good point here. I'm just going to lay this thing out here. Does Ohio have a mutual combat statute, and that's why the white man is not charged? Maybe that is it. They are squaring up.
But it's what I'm saying. The guy that he slapped, they're not squared up.
That's right. Yeah.
The guy that he slapped, they're not squared up.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like the first initiation was nothing. It was like child's play. The first situation was nothing. It was like child's play. It got broken up. Let it be. Why engage into another situation?
It's kind of odd because he squared up with one guy and then he hits a different person.
That's what
I'm not sure why.
But see, that's it was something about he kicked his car.
Oh, interesting.
He kicked the car, and then the guy asks, "Why did you kick my car? Well, this your car?" And then he hauls off and slaps him.
Okay, you got better ears than I do. I didn't hear that.
Like, I mean, I heard it in the video, but I also heard the guy's lawyer, when they went to court, say it, right? The guy's lawyer said, "Oh, he kicked my client's car. My client just asked him, why did you kick his car?" And he just hauls off and slaps him. And then the prosecution said, "Yes, there is video of that happening, and we're still trying to look into it." So the prosecution agreed. The prosecution agreed that he got slapped because he asked, why did he kick his car? So he wasn't the aggressor in the beginning, but then he became the aggressor. That's the fact.
Okay, Craig B here says, and I think he's referring to you, this guy is condoning it. You want to respond?
This is what I'm saying. What have I condoned? What have I said was right? See, people hear things how they want to hear it. I can't control that. I'm telling you facts of the case. Tell me something where I lied or I'm wrong at. But just because you don't want to hear that, if you put your hands on somebody, you can't then tell them how to respond. That's not condoning nothing. That's just telling you a fact. If you put your hands on someone, you lucky at this point and where we're at in this America that you still have your life afterwards.
Sure. But I will say that doesn't justify that person's response.
I'm not trying to justify that person's response. That's the whole thing.
Okay.
I'm not looking to justify that person's response. I'm telling you a fact, right? I'm
Okay.
telling you a
So
fact of the matter.
Craig says, should the woman be charged as well? I went back and looked very carefully. I can't figure out what she did and how she got punched or anything. I mean, all I saw is
They're saying that the woman she grabbed at someone, right? She grabbed, like, you know how you trying to break it up and you grabbing and trying to pull people away or something. But the whole thing with the women, I would never condone a man hitting a woman close fist. Period. That's just me. I don't condone that. I don't condone brutally beating a man till he's unconscious. Would have let him. That's just me. Would have let him up. Once I seen he hit the ground or he not trying to fight no more, I'm not about to keep trying to pound him. That's not me. That's not something I'm going to do. But I can
yeah, I
also
mean,
understand why somebody else would, though. See, that's the difference. I can understand why somebody else would, but that doesn't mean that that's something that I would do.
and that doesn't mean it would be justified.
And that's why they're going through charges right now.
Yep, that's right.
That's what I'm saying. You don't see me saying, "Oh, they shouldn't be arrested. They shouldn't be facing charges." I didn't say none of that. I said if you're going to charge them, you should also be charging the Caucasian male as well.
And the police chief said that. She said that they're going to go through and charge anybody that laid hands on somebody else, which is really not what the law says, but okay. And the trouble is that she's just terrible at giving these arguments out. I mean, even when I was nodding my head saying, yeah, okay, I get what you're trying to say, but you're really doing a crappy job of saying it. She's just horrible. Hey, William Eddy, kind of keep it clean there, okay? Okay, come on.
What did he have to say?
He made a comment about beautiful culture. I don't think that's really appropriate. Let's not get into that.
I mean,
Let's see.
like, hold on. Like, no, let's get into it though, because
Okay,
I
I'll put
know,
it up
like,
here then.
okay,
Okay.
a beautiful culture, right? Like, what culture are you speaking of?
Well, I think you know.
Okay, so if I go pull up a video of a Caucasian male hitting a female, which there is a lot of videos of it out there in a brawl, in a bar brawl, it happens a lot. Let's not act like Caucasians don't do this to other Caucasians. That's like the biggest myth, as if it only happens one way. It happens all around the board. So if I go pull up and then I say a beautiful culture, how many times have we seen a male hit a female? That happens in every culture. That's not just
For a
in one
moment there,
culture.
for a moment, I thought you were going to be talking about Kyle Rittenhouse. A lot of
No,
people don't realize that. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, like, I mean, because people don't want to talk about the reality of life. This happens in every culture. This isn't something that's this one culture or one community. It happens in all communities. But that's not what they want you to say. They don't want to show they don't want to air out their dirty laundry, I should say.
Okay, let's move on here. Let's go ahead. I don't know what we have. Okay. Gotta wait.
Hold on, baby. Hold on, baby.
I'm not sure why the woman's involved in this. That's not the same woman that got beat up, but you need to stay out of this. I know that it looks great in the movies to watch the women, kick some 250-pound dude across a room, but in real life, men are just nastier. I mean, I should be careful about nastier. They're more powerful. Women are pretty nasty, but you can really get hurt. And that one woman, you could tell. I mean, she's laying on the ground, and you saw the pictures afterwards. She didn't get hit by another female. Some dude had to have done that.
Yeah, it was a
There's no
dude that did
way
it.
that
This
woman's
is
going to
when
knock you
she.
out like that.
It started off with a female. It started off with a female, but then a dude turned around. I don't honestly. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even think that he even knew because his back was turned at first. His back was turned, and she probably grabbed him or touched his back, and he just turned around and hit her and walked off.
It's possible. Yeah.
Like in the middle of a brawl like that, you get what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I can understand that as well. Like in the middle of a brawl, or it's a lot of things going on, and you feel somebody grab you or hold you or whatever, you just turning around swinging.
You
So
know, like I
I
say,
don't.
I didn't see it. I have no way of commenting on one way or the other because I looked hard. I can't tell what happened to her.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but a male did hit her.
I guess in the
Like
heat
a
of the
male
moment,
did hit
things
her.
like this can happen.
Yeah, a male did hit her. A male did hit her. It wasn't a woman that did that. No,
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's no woman going to do that.
it was a male that
Yeah.
hit her for sure. But like I said, I don't know, but I still don't feel like a man should ever close fist hit a woman. That's just me. But I know that there's people out there that feel like it's okay.
Okay. I think you answered Colleen's comment, so that makes it okay. No, I don't think he's saying it's okay. It's just sometimes, you make a mistake and you hit somebody you shouldn't have, but it happens. I mean, if he had kept wailing on her, I mean, that would be indefensible. I don't know if she got hit once or not. I mean, I
He
saw
hit her.
her afterwards.
He hit her. He hit her once. I'm saying he cold clocked her. Like literally, he cold cocked her. He turned around, hit her hard as he could, and then walked over.
Like I say, I went through and I tried to see what happened, and I can't pick her up. I could see her walking in, and
I
then the
got
next
it.
thing I
If you
know,
watch,
she's on the
if you watch one
ground.
of my video, I got it on one of my videos. I got it on one of my videos, like one of my earlier videos of it. I got it on there before they start flagging videos that was showing it.
Uh, well,
I got it on
okay.
there. That's what I'm
Well, I
saying.
can't
Like I
comment
seen
on
it.
that.
As I said, like I seen it. The dude turned around and cold clocked her.
Okay, so we have another video coming up here. I think this one's just about done. Yeah, I know it is. This is just a different view of the same. I don't know if there's anything here that. Oh, sorry. Okay, so I will say that the dude in the gray shirt seems to be trying to keep those other two away from the guy on the street.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it was people who felt for them people and actually tried to break it up, pull people off. Like it wasn't just like they make it out to seem. It was people that was trying to break it up and pull people off. Like it wasn't just to all out everybody against them. Like, you know what I'm saying? There was people out there that had some type of heart and compassion that said that this ain't good. This ain't right. I'm not gonna be a part of this. And was pulling them off. Like, did did for a smack and whatever words he was saying, did he deserve to get beat down the way he got beat down? No, I do not think so. I do not think that he deserved to get beat down the way he got beat down. But I also understand why he got beat down.
Okay.
Did he deserve it? No. But did it happen? Yeah.
Yeah, well, we know what happened. I mean, that's a given. I mean, the question is, should it have happened? I think that's what everybody wants to know. Let's go on.
This is what I'm saying. It depends. Like I said, it depends on how you view it.
Okay, let's continue on here.
They can ask for that. This is American football. Can't give me that. Can't give me that. Can't give me that.
I don't know what's going on there. At first, I thought the guy was going to
What was
jump
what's
up and
what's
hit
going
him, and
on?
then
Was you can hear it. No, you can hear the dude on the camera. You can hear the dude on the camera saying, "No, don't rob me."
Don't what?
Don't rob him. Don't go in his pockets.
Okay. Who's he talking to?
He's talking to the
Who's he?
guy that's the black guy that went to the dude on the ground. He's
Okay.
telling him, don't rob him, don't go in his pockets. And that's him getting back up to defend himself.
Okay. So it was a little strange. He's kind of like reaching out to him, like, is he trying to have the guy lift him up by, or what? What do you think he's
No,
doing?
he's trying to defend himself the best way he can.
Okay, let's go back and just watch it again.
Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that.
It's just strange. It's like he's reaching out with his hand, like,
He's
you know,
pleading.
and
He's begging. He's been pleading and begging at that point. At that
man,
point, he's pleading and begging.
I hope I
That's
never
what I'm
get
saying. At
caught
that point,
pleading
he's
and
pleading.
begging.
At that point, he's pleading like, stop, like, please, like, stop, like, all right, I'm over with. I apologize or whatever. I don't. You can't hear what he's saying, but that's what it looked like. It looked like, when somebody is done fighting and they don't want to swing no more, they just put their hands out and try to block whatever they can block.
Yeah, and the guy kicked him in the head for it, so that didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
And again, you just can't do that. I watch these police chases, right? And you're watching the police chase some dude for like 10 miles, and they find the guy rolls his car where they pit him or something, and out come the police, and they're yelling and hollering, and they're using F-bombs and stuff, and you really do have to tell yourself, we pitted him, he's under control, calm it down. But they come in all hot. And I saw one in Nebraska where a highway patrolman took the butt of a rifle and just smacked the guy. And that's what happens when you lose control of your emotions. Here, the guys are on the ground, the fight's over. You can't kick him in the head. You just can't do that. I mean, it's aggravated assault. You can go to prison for that shit, especially if you really hurt him.
And that's why they are facing the charges they are facing. No one, no,
J-Lord says
no
they
one is
robbed
saying
all
that they
three.
shouldn't face any. That's what J-Lord said. I
They
haven't heard
robbed all
any of
three. Do you
that,
know
but
anything about that? I mean, I haven't heard that. I mean, new to me at
I
all.
haven't listen. I haven't heard none of that. You know what I mean? But I'm not saying I wouldn't be surprised if it did happen. You just heard the man say don't rob him. So I wouldn't be surprised if somebody didn't take the opportunity to take something. I, that's not nothing that will surprise me.
And John has a good point here. He says this was something that started legit as a fight can be, but turned to fun. Same way with riots. They start for a reasonable cause, then become people taking advantage to loot. So you get caught up in the moment, and I guess kicking a man is fun.
I'm with John. Sorry about that. I'm with John Mitchell on that, right? I'm with John Mitchell on that. It's always one or two out of a bunch. It's always one or two out of a bunch. The initial people probably didn't want it to go that far, but it's always, you get what I'm saying? Like, it's always somebody who is going to take it that far. When you're in a group, that's why I travel by myself, because I can't control everybody that's with me, but I can control me.
So Phil and Tavia says they
And
stole his wallet and the woman's purse, but no robbery charges, things that make you wonder. Okay, I'm not aware of this.
that's what I'm saying. Like, no one talked about that part of it. And that goes to show also, it's like, okay, why haven't anybody been charged with robbery yet? Out of the 6 people that they charged, they haven't said anyone was charged with robbery. So, like I said, I wouldn't put it past somebody that somebody probably did that wasn't even part of it. They just saw it on the ground and took it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they probably didn't even throw a punch. They probably just saw an opportunity and did so. I don't put that past anyone. So,
Okay, so
if they did, then they will face charges if they're caught.
all right. Do we need to see the other angle, or did we pretty much cover it here?
We pretty much covered it. Like at the end of the day, is they're facing charges, rightfully so, for their act in the involvement of this incident. Now it's, well, everyone should face the charges that they should face for their part in it. That's just, I don't condone anything, but I understand it. That's the best thing I can give you and say. I don't condone it, but I can understand it.
Okay, so we move over now, and I think we probably both agree to a large extent until a certain pastor comes on. But this was a clown show of a press conference. And keep in mind, I've been involved in some of these things. I've worked with cities before. I've helped with event planning. I've been involved in so many city council meetings. This was a clown show. And it's a perfect example of what you don't do. One of the things, and we'll talk about that in a moment here, but if you're going to invite somebody to go up in front of the microphone, check to make sure you know what they're going to say. But let's go ahead and start. It starts with the mayor here. I'm going to have to skip across because they bring up a lot of people here who just have nothing to say, but let's start it up here.
The racial dynamics of this fight are unavoidable, and some have cynically used the opportunity to try and divide us along racial lines.
And here I note that he's trying his best to try to keep this from becoming a racial deal. All right. And I want everybody to understand this is the city's press conference. It's their press conference. So they have assembled the people around them. And by the way, I think that some of these people here, like this dude here and the one on the, we're going to learn how to dress. This is a city council meeting press conference. You put it on a suit and tie. But whatever. Here we go.
Don't put on a suit and tie. It's comfortable to be you.
No, suit and tie.
You dress comfortable and be you. That's up. That's up. That's up. That's
I
up.
disagree with you totally on that. All right.
Is a choice we must firmly reject. But rising to challenges like this, to create something even brighter, is nothing new for Cincinnati. This is the city that served as the gateway to freedom on the Underground Railroad.
Yeah, okay. I mean, he's going to go on to talk about the history of the city and all that kind of stuff. Let's skip ahead because we have I haven't even heard the city. I think this is the city manager here.
Thank you, Mayor. Cincinnati is a city of unity. The evidence is standing here with us today. The people who lead our communities, build our future, and connect us to the world.
Again, city of unity. That's what this press conference is supposed to be about. Okay.
If you live here, you see why people want to call Cincinnati home.
Why? I'd like to know that one.
You see it in our riverfront, our entertainment, our culture, our neighborhoods, and you feel it in our people who are passionate, creative, and full of life. If you live here, you know the character of our city. We rely on each other, support each other, and lift each other up and refuse to let hate define us. We live beautiful and rich lives. Yes, tensions are high right now, but if you live here, you know we will get through this period and come out stronger together. If you live here, or if you visited here, you know that. Everyone standing here knows that. Everyone behind the cameras today.
Okay, enough of that. I'm going to scoop ahead because we have Feet G. Whose nickname is Not Grady Judd.
Do you have a car? And do you have a clean driving record? Did you know
Yeah,
you could pay as low?
Shut up.
Hi, everybody. Long time no see, huh? All right.
For crying out loud, how much stuff do you have to bring to the podium to present just bring the piece of paper that you're going to read off of. She brings all her binders and stuff as if she's going to be whipping out a whole bunch of evidence here.
Fellow Cincinnatians, I stand firmly behind my initial statement. What we all witnessed in the viral video released early Saturday morning was not only disturbing, it was outright cruel. It was an act of violence that shook us all. Let me be clear, every single person who played a role in that attack will be held accountable. Trust me when I say this. The Cincinnati Police Department, had the Cincinnati Police Department been notified in real time, our officers would have responded with urgency and force to protect life. We rely on the eyes and voices of our community because silence in moments like this can be dangerous.
This is the same lady who sat on this thing for like 2 or 3 days before she went and did her press conference. Okay.
As of today, our investigative teams have identified 6 victims, 5 males, 1 female, each subjected to unimaginable physical violence.
I mean, it's not unimaginable. Come on. It was a stomping. It's not like we can't figure out. They weren't put in wood chippers or anything like that. I mean, come on. So you made up a point about the number of victims versus the number of, people arrested. You want to go through that?
Yeah, they said it was 6 victims, 5 victims, and 6 arrests. 6 people that they were looking for. But guess what the media want to tell you? It was 100 people, just like Jay Lord in the comments section saying it was 30 people. It was not no 30 people. It was not no 30 people. Yeah. But
I think you counted them in one of your videos, but I mean, I didn't follow it that closely. I know that you were doing it.
yeah, it's just to make it sound even worse than what it was. It's that's all it is. Make it sound worse than what it really was. But I get it.
Okay,
I
let's
get it and
continue.
I understand it, but it's just to make it sound worse. It just makes it sound worse than what it really was. They said it was 6
Yeah, I
victims,
never even looked at it.
just one group versus another group. I'm just saying that's how it sounded to me. That's what she just said. This is the chief of police, right? She said it was 6 victims and 6 assailants.
Okay, so Jay Lord said it was 30
Thank you.
attackers by all the videos. I think he's calling you a dumb apologist. Okay, I mean,
Who apologizes? See,
you can
that's what
respond. I mean,
Jay Lord, you said it was 30 attackers by all of the videos, right? All the videos are showing the same video, Jay Lord. So you counting people double?
I don't think he's saying that. I imagine what he's saying is that he's saying, I believe that he's picking up people. Hold on a second. Hold on.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying, though, Johnny. Johnny, this is what I'm saying. Right? I know when people feel a certain way because you have to use slander. Why do I have to be dumb? I'm just telling you what she just said. I'm going by what the chief of police said. But I'm the dumb one because I don't agree with your 30 or 40 or 50 people. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you have to resort to a slur, that lets me know where you at with it. The police chief said it's 6 on 6.
Okay. Colleen says there's definitely more than 6. I'll be honest with you. I never counted them, so I couldn't tell you. And what Jay Lord was saying was that the different angles pick up people that maybe one angle doesn't. So I get his argument. I just haven't confirmed anything he has said. There's definitely
Like
one
I,
of sick. Let me read this. If it was white people beating on black people, you'd be burning down cities.
okay, and if see this, that's like here we go with this is what I mean about the racial stuff. Don't nobody hear nothing that I be saying. They just want to make it racial. So let's make it racial, right? When a hockey team wins a championship and they burn down downtown and burn down the cities, trust me, it ain't my community doing that. It's
Did
not
that
my
happen? I
community
mean,
burning
I'm not
down
a
the
hockey
city.
fan.
But that's what I'm saying. When a sports team win a championship, their fans tear up the city. And guess what they're called? They're not called rioters. They're not called all the names up under the sun. They're called passionate sports goers. Like, bruh, I'm not burning down no city behind nobody. There's no need to burn down the city.
I
If
will
it
say
was
this. Go ahead. I'll say this. Oklahoma City just won the NBA. There was no rioting. You know, I mean, we just don't do that in Oklahoma, as far as I know. At least, okay, I know where you're going.
Yeah.
At least in the last 150 years. How's that?
Yeah, but
Listen,
like I said, it's just the stereotypical stuff. Oh, they will be burning. Do you know how many times it's a black man getting beat up by white people and the city ain't burning down? the analogy that they like to use to try to make somebody feel offended by something, it'd be funny. Like, bruh, you never seen that.
I will say this. I have never seen a white person being victimized, however you want to call it, with a looting and rioting and protesting afterwards. And I'm going to give you an example, okay? We talked about Breonna Taylor. Now, I don't think there was any rioting because of Breonna, all right? But there was a lot of protests and stuff like that. And there was a no-knock warrant. The police, they had a kind of a BS warrant on her. How bad that was depends on who you talk to. And she got shot and killed. In Houston, we had 2 people that were shot and killed because they did a no-knock warrant that was totally fraudulent. The police dude made up an informant, completely lied to the judge about it, got them both shot and killed, and I'll be damned if anybody could tell me what their names are. I mean, I could give you their last names only because I've done like 4 videos, no, maybe 2 videos on it. But if you ask anybody about that incident, they can't tell you. But in most ways, it was worse than Breonna Taylor. And so there seems to be, you know, there's a one-sidedness to it. And you think about the kid that opened the door to a cop in Georgia, and he was holding a Wii controller for his game. She just took out and shot him dead. I bet you don't know his name. And to be honest with you, I'm trying to think of his name myself now. But everybody knows Tamir Rice. You know, so there is a one-sidedness to this. But let's go, I mean, unless you have something to say, let's go ahead and move on here.
Our thoughts are with them as they begin to heal from this traumatic event, knowing their lives have been forever changed. Through relentless work, CPD has now charged 6 individuals with felonious assault and aggravated rioting. Of those, 3 have been arrested and their names have been released to the public.
And this is what drives me crazy. I don't understand this. And maybe you can tell me, or somebody in the chat can tell me, but you have people that are wanted by the police for felonies, and you're not releasing the names. I don't get that. It's one thing if they're just witnesses, but they have actually been charged. why are you not releasing the names so that maybe we can turn them in if we happen to see them? What's the deal here? Okay. Like, if anybody out there knows the answer to that, I don't know if that is. Keep in mind, when she came in as police chief, she made a whole bunch of woke
It's
changes in
supposed to be. I think
policies,
you
and
know what
that's
it
maybe it.
is. You know what it is.
What is it?
I think it's because Cincinnati got that Murphy Law thing, right? And since they're
Oh, but
considering this, they're considering this. It's like for their protection. It's crazy.
they've
You
been
know how they
charged with
didn't want to.
crimes. They're not victims.
That's how, but that's how they're trying to. That's how they. I'm just saying that might be how they're trying to justify it as to why not giving up their information.
Okay. I mean, if she's going to make that claim, I would like for her to say so. That's her problem, right? She just is not forthcoming with much of anything.
Because you don't know much of
Our
anything.
fugitive apprehension unit is actively pursuing the remaining 3.
By the way, that fugitive apprehension unit were the same guys that went after Ryan Hinton, if you remember. And some of the people like Richard Taylor are saying that, well, why are they involved in going after a stolen car? Because they're cops. That doesn't mean that they don't investigate crime. Oh boy. Okay. Come on.
Whose names will be released upon capture. This remains an open investigation, and I want to assure you, we will not stop until justice is fully served. But this incident is more than an isolated tragedy. It points to a broader challenge, a revolving door of justice.
Oh, this is what's funny. And I think you made a mention of this, 1250. She's taking aim at the DA here.
Yeah.
She clearly is. Listen to this.
As I stand here today as the police chief, people can take punches at me all day long. That's fine. That's fine. I'll take them.
Tough.
Our officers risk their life daily to remove violent offenders from the streets, only to see them released quickly and sometimes without consequences. This cycle must end.
The unity thing is kind of falling apart here, isn't it?
Ain't no unity.
I mean,
It's every
keep in
man for
mind,
himself.
you might be thinking, oh, come on, Johnnie Walker Dread, you're exaggerating. No, she's taking aim at the DA here. This is a real slam on the DA and the judges, right? So, so there's some frustrations there. But this could also be a bit of a passing of the buck. Like, it's not my fault. It's the DA. Now, I will say this. Have you ever watched Grady Judd, the sheriff out of Polk County, do his press conferences?
I think I've seen it before.
They're magnificent. But there's one thing that's interesting about Grady. One thing is he holds up those pictures, right? And he shows them like, here's what, and a lot of people say, well, you know what? He's compromising investigations, maybe. But one thing he does is he builds up a lot of trust amongst the public. He won his last election with 95% of the vote. So one of the things you'll notice when he talks about the DA, he says he's simply the best. And the DA is like, yeah, well, this is what happens when you have the public trust. You can go in and you can crow about the DA because the DA knows that if the sheriff comes out and says the DA is the problem, I'm not getting reelected. And if Grady Judd said that DA is worthless, that DA is gone. And that's because of the popularity. I don't know what's going on between this police chief and the DA, but it's not good. So let's see what we have here. Okay, and I'm not sure what they're talking about there, so I'll move on. I would like to see videos of before the slap. Why would a 16-year-old man just pick a fight? He's 2 years older than me, and yeah, I'm not picking a fight with anybody. I don't know. I mean, we don't know. Maybe there is something to it. Let's see here. Only a petty punk presses charges after putting hands on someone and get beat down. I don't know if you know this, Jay Frennan, but the state can file charges. They don't give a damn whether you're going to press them. I mean, it's a crime against the state. And so if they see a criminal act taking place, they can charge you. They don't need your permission. Now, obviously, it's going to be hard to convict if the victim, if you want to call victim, whatever, doesn't cooperate. But they don't need you to press charges. They don't care. Well, they do care, but they don't need it. Let's see here. Sorry about that. I didn't realize you were backstage.
No, that's cool.
Oh, that Johnnie is so good. Yeah, but I'll give you a moment here. I'm just kind of going through the comment section.
No, that's cool. To answer that comment about the person that said they wanted to see the video. We saw the video. You played the video. He got into an altercation with another man and then went over to a whole nother man and slapped him. We saw the video. You played it.
Yeah, I think maybe he was referring to before that even took place. That's what I was kind of assuming, but you're right. I mean, maybe
they said they want to see the video before the slap because they know a 62-year-old man didn't just go up and slap someone.
Okay, yeah,
we played the video before the slap.
Yeah, so this is going to be available after the show to watch. So if you're interested in seeing that, go to it. But we did play that. Okay, let's continue on here.
We cannot and should not ask our officers to bear this burden alone. The criminal justice system must work in full cooperation with all entities doing their part to ensure lasting safety for our community. Despite these challenges, the men and women of the Cincinnati Police Department show up every day, giving 100%. From innovative violence reduction strategies to day-to-day problem-solving efforts, we do it because we care deeply about this city and everyone who calls it home. To our citizens.
Yeah, if you don't get a raise, though, you'll quit. Don't give me that crap, lady.
We need you. We need your eyes, your voice, and your trust.
Your trust? No, you went there in the previous press conference and blamed us for not being able to get this crime solved, right? It's like she's waving her finger, nobody called us and you darn citizens aren't doing your job. And now she's coming on here saying, we need you. Screw you. Jeez. Come on.
I'm confident that if we all work together, we can create a safer and stronger Cincinnati. I want to add one bit of information for you that I received today. Yesterday, a member of the executive board for the Hamilton County Chiefs Association reached out to me very kindly to check on my well-being.
Yeah, we don't care. Let's move forward. Gee, I am on pins and needles wanting to know if they're checking up on her welfare.
Affects the entire county. And so our organization will be forming a committee and we will ask prosecutors, common pleas judges, municipal court judges, juvenile court judges to join us to find out how can we collectively work for a safer Cincinnati. And
I don't think judges can even get involved in that. Sorry, lady, but another committee. We're going to form a committee. We're all going to get together and talk about these problems and see if we can come up with solutions. That speech has been given probably every year now for the last, 2 generations. And, the idea of bringing judges in, like, How is that even legal? I don't know, but that ain't gonna
Every
happen.
time it's a national thing, it's the same rhetoric. We're going to get better. We're going to do this, and then they just go right back to doing what they've been doing.
Mhm.
It's just to show national face, wait until it blow over, and no one is looking at us anymore. It's just so happened that Cincinnati has been in the national news this year a lot. They have been in the national news this year a lot. So they're waiting until this all blow over so they can go right back to doing what they've been doing.
Another thing I'm going to mention is, you know, all those stripes that she has on her shirt. You see them? That's, you think, well, these stripes represent the times that she went in, faced fire to rescue a baby. Oh, hell no. It's a freaking committee that she headed. That's what those stripes mean. She formed some committee and she was the chair of this committee. And this is how you get promoted. You get promoted in these police departments by not being out on the beat, by not patrolling. You get promoted by getting a desk job, and then you form committees, you head the committees, and then you read their bios. You read these bios, and you will never see any real meritorious anything, right? They didn't save anybody's life. They didn't bring in a real dangerous criminal. It's always about how they headed some new, they chaired some committee and a task force and all that kind of stuff. That committee isn't going to do squat because they've had 1,000 of these committees before and they never do anything. And I will tell you, they'll probably hold the committee meeting at night and they'll pull overtime for it. Yeah. Hate it. And I've experienced cities. I know how this works. I know how it operates. I've been involved, on the sidelines with this kind of stuff. Okay.
Yep, that's pretty much how it goes.
Who in here thinks that this is a real lean, mean fighting machine that we're listening to?
Not lean, mean
For a
fighting
safer
machine.
Hamilton County. Thank you.
Yeah, get off the stage. Oh, get ready for the next lean, mean fighting machine.
Introducing Power
No, I'm not talking about
Homeschool,
Power
the
Homeschool.
official provider
Man,
of online
Power
Excel
Homeschool might be a
courses
lean,
for
mean
parents
fighting machine, but that's
independently
not what we're
homeschooling.
talking about. Here we go. Wyatt Earp is going to take over the microphone now, and she's going to straighten us out on a thing or two.
Hey, man, she ain't gonna do that. Skip past her, man. Like, they don't do nothing but talk about what they doing as far as.
Oh no, but this is the fun part, because I want everybody to tell me and they get done. And it's kind of short, but tell me what she even said. Listen to this. Let's play it. I mean, I know that you're kind of...
I'm Sheriff Charmaine McGuffey, and as sheriff of this county, I remain deeply committed to protecting public safety, upholding justice, not just through enforcement, but through intentional, strong partnerships with strategic vision. And, this is about aligning the right services for intervention with our outreach professionals, with treatment providers, and with law enforcement. Civic leaders will also help us, and we're committed to working as one system, the criminal justice system.
Chat GTP or Grok. I got a public speak to give tonight, a speech. Can you make up a speech for me? That's what this is.
So that we can bring some solutions and law and order to Hamilton County and the city of Cincinnati. I'm proud to continue a strong partnership with the city. And I know that these lasting solutions that we will work towards and find are going to bring in agencies from across this region. They're going to bring in police departments, communities, and we are going to ensure safety and law and order.
Yeah, you do that by, guess what? Locking up criminals. Notice that she never tells you what they're going to do, right?
Every resident who works or lives in this city will feel the impact of that, because they will understand that we have created a safer environment in this city and county.
Wow, I'm really inspired. Those stars on her chest there, Do you think that's from, bringing in really wanted fugitives? No, it's for heading this crap. We're going to get together with the county and we're all going to talk about how we can better serve the county. Oh my.
This working relationship will
We're
be
gonna
led
bring in and just talk
integrity,
about things.
compassion, effectiveness, and transparency. As your sheriff, I'm all in
Bro,
for
I'm
the
about
county.
tired of hearing them
I'm
say
all in
that
for the
lie.
city and for the criminal justice system that we must utilize and strengthen our partnerships and bring real solutions.
Wait, strengthen your partnership? How are you going to do that when you just got done criticizing the DA for not being a partner? Oh my God.
Exactly.
And I realized it was a different person, but yeah, well, this is terrible. This is a clown show.
And solutions that
Exactly.
include law and order to this city and this county. Thank you very much.
I like how her badge is hanging almost to her belt line. Oh my God. Yeah, this is pretty bad. I mean, again, to all you people out there, who out there amongst you thinks that she got her position by being an outstanding cop? Yeah, go ahead.
Finally, we will have a faith leader, Pastor David Lynch.
Now, this is where me and you are going to go at it because we have completely different interpretations of how we perceive this dude. Okay.
Thank you, Mayor, and to all of us gathered, to the chief, the sheriff, the council members.
Now, remember, everybody, this press conference is the city's press conference to get everybody together to demonstrate how they're all coming together in unity.
Agree, and I'm excited to stand with the mayor and others saying that safety has to be the number one priority in our city. Across our city, every social demographic wants to live in a safe city. And in saying that, let me address briefly the racializing and politicizing of this event that happened this past weekend.
Now, he's going to tell us about how that's a terrible thing.
We would not be here, and this would not be national news. This would not be national news. This was a group of Black people that jumped on other Black people. It would not be national news if it happened in Montgomery Inn and somebody beat down two elderly white people. But obviously it's national news because it's been racialized. So let's walk back. For those who want to racialize this, it was a fight that took place. It was a Black man and a white man, one-on-one. They were facing each other and no punches were thrown. A kick was tried that didn't land.
It doesn't matter if it didn't land, by the way. And I don't know who did the kicking, but it doesn't matter if you took a kick out of somebody, that's assault.
That's when you played the video in the beginning, when they were standing around,
yeah.
The Black guy was foot sweeping and didn't connect. And then the white guy threw a punch and didn't connect. And then that's when the Black guy stepped in and said, y'all don't really want to fight, break it up. That's what he's talking about. When them two were standing mano a mano, and neither one of them was really trying to do nothing, and it got broke up. That's the part that he's talking about.
Okay, I just want to point out, though, that if you try to kick somebody, if it doesn't land, you still have committed a crime. Okay.
Yeah, if you try to hit somebody, I mean, it's
absolutely, it's the same thing.
They both was there.
Then a Black man
doing nothing.
stepped in between the combatants, separated them, and said, "This is enough. Stop fighting. Everybody needs to chill." And then, for those who want to racialize it, the white man then steps back in the ring.
For those who want to racialize it, yeah.
And slaps not the Black man that he had just squared up with, but slaps another Black man. So after that, he was met with disproportionate force. For those who want to politicize it, the J.D. Vances and Vivek Ramaswamy's and
the pastor that's talking to us now,
the Bernie Marinos and the Christopher Smithermans and many others who want to politicize it, they have not yet said something that I always hear when a Black person, say, runs from the police and then is met with disproportionate force, sometimes ending their life. What we hear is, well, why did they run? Why didn't they just comply?
Now, I know you may have mentioned something about this, and I don't remember what you said. Did you want to step in for a moment, or do you want to continue?
Oh, I said I got much respect for this man right here for doing what he did.
I hate
and
him.
You didn't like that.
I
got
don't,
much.
but
I mean, like for you, it's a time and place for everything, and I agree with you. You say this wasn't the time and place for it. I said this was the perfect time and place for it. So
okay,
that's
we'll
we
come
don't
back
see
to
it eye
that.
at eye, right?
We'll
But
come back to that.
But like I said, I understand your point of view and why it's not the place because of what they're supposed to be up there for. And they're supposed to be one conglomerate, one unity. We're denouncing all of this. This is not Cincinnati. Cincinnati is above this. We're not with because all this was supposed to go at national media. All of them came up there to say, look, we're one united against what they are trying to portray in the national media about Cincinnati. But as you can see, the police chief got up there and took a shot at the DA. He got up there and pretty much took a shot at the global media that's taking the racial side of it, because that's who he is talking about now. He is talking about them who they want to talk about, the ones that's racializing this. He's saying like, bro, this is a normal fight that happens everywhere. But since it's Cincinnati, they want to make it something different. That's what he is saying.
Okay.
And he's
well,
calling
we'll
them
see.
out.
I mean,
He's
okay,
basically
let's-
just
let's-
calling
let's
them
see.
out like, why you don't have the same energy when it's the other way around?
We hear that every time. But I've yet to hear anybody say, why didn't he just walk away? So let me back up so you understand this. Two combatants, one black, one white. A black man steps in, breaks it up. The white guy re-engages, slaps, not the black man that he had just squared up with, but slaps another black man. And nobody's asking, why didn't he just walk away? And so when I see, and I don't know.
I want to point out the problem with his argument. That compliance thing has to do with cops. You are legally required to comply with lawful orders. It doesn't apply to private citizens. I mean, I don't know why he's making this claim. I mean, why didn't you comply? Well, you don't have to comply when it's some dude.
The reason why he's making this claim, right? The reason why he's making this claim is because they go to the initial act, right? To justify what came after.
Okay, but here's the problem I have is that if you want to make a stand your ground kind of thing, I can understand that. But to use the word comply, why didn't you comply? That's a police thing. And that's where we always hear it.
This is he just given an example of the terminology that they use. Pretty much it comes down to it pretty much just comes down to everybody always say, well, then why did he do this? If he would have did this differently or did this differently, you get what I'm saying?
I get
he
what you're
said,
saying, but
why isn't that logic being used here?
Because my point is, this is very poorly chosen set of words. When you say they're always talking about why didn't he comply, everybody knows that we're talking about police actions there. There's no police action here.
Yeah,
it's ludicrous. I mean,
this is what I'm saying. I get. See, this is what I'm saying. You're listening to the words and what he is using, right? I'm looking into it to what he is saying is, all right. A better example probably for you, right? The Carmelo Anthony situation, right? Everybody is saying, whoa, why didn't Carmelo Anthony just go get security? Why didn't Carmelo Anthony just go walk away? But why isn't them same people saying, why didn't Austin Metcalf go get security? Why didn't Austin Metcalf just walk away? He's pretty much saying, like, for those people that are quick to say, why didn't this person do something differently? Why are them same people not willing to say, why didn't this Russian or Caucasian do something differently? That's how I'm taking it. But I understand what you're coming with.
The point I'm making is that if you're going to talk about Carmelo Anthony, I would certainly not bring up an argument that, well, you're always talking about compliance. No, when we talk about compliance, it's strictly about police actions because they give lawful orders. And if you don't follow lawful orders, bad things can happen to you. You're breaking the law. This has nothing to do with that. I mean, and it was poorly chosen. I mean,
like I said, I understand where you're coming from because of how you're taking it. So I understand it. I'm not saying since he used the word comply and he was talking about the police incidents, it doesn't adhere to what this situation is. I get you on that, right? But I also get where he's saying in general, right? We're quick to say, why didn't they do something different to change the outcome?
Who else the chief is looking for, or CPD is looking for. But when I see the mugshots, I only see people who look like me. I don't see the person who re-engaged.
the guy in the back left is clapping. It's like, careful, this is a press conference, but okay.
Slapped not the initial person, but slapped another black man. So I don't see the slapper's mugshot.
All right. I think there's not much else he says that's worth worrying about, and I'll let you respond. But if I'm the city manager, and I have a video out on this, I just pumped it out. He's never getting any more grant funding ever. You're done. You're toast. This is our press conference. You don't go up there and criticize the police chief. She just spoke. She was just up there. And let me tell you, he's a faith leader, so he gets grant monies from the city. Otherwise, they wouldn't have him up there. I mean, they wouldn't bring up somebody who's not connected into the city. He's part of some probably anti-crime program. He's toast. And I have been involved in these discussions. Now, I've only sat there and listened to them, but I've heard a city manager tell a nonprofit organizer, screw you. You're out. And yeah, if your agency, your nonprofit wants any more money, you better set up a lemonade stand because you're not getting any money from us. This whole press conference was about.
This is why I said I respect this man. Because
I mean, if he wants to forfeit all his money from his nonprofit, he can.
This the chance that he took to say what he had to say. Because, like you just said, most people would have fell right in line and did exactly what they wanted them to do.
You know, the appropriate thing to do is don't go into the press conference and then issue an editorial at the newspaper. But there's a certain amount of trust that you put in with people when you invite them to the microphone to your press conference. And to have him go up there and then just sabotage you publicly, oh, hell no. I mean, no.
That's why this man gets a ton of respect from me. Because of that. It's because of that.
It's not his microphone.
Johnny,
it's not his press conference.
Johnny, I am not disagreeing with what you're saying. That's what I'm trying. I understand what you're saying. He came up there for a reason, and then he threw a wrench in the program. Right? They asked him up there and wanted him to speak in a certain way that he didn't speak. He took that risk and that chance to speak his truth. And whatever the outcome may have been of that, he was willing to take that. That's why I respect him. I'm not saying that he should have did it. I'm saying what he did, I respect, because I know what it could have cost him, if it does or if it doesn't cost him that. Just by him doing that, I respect it. That's what I am saying. Now, should he had played ball? If he wanted his money, yeah, he should have played ball.
If I was the city manager, I'd come up to him and say, hey man, if you were going to say that, why didn't you let us in on that? Because he destroyed everything they were trying to do that night. Well, that's a little bit of hyperbole, but you know what?
The chief already destroyed it. The chief destroyed it before he did.
Well, okay. She's incompetent too.
But I'm just saying, the chief destroyed it before he even got up there.
Okay. She did toe the city line. So, although she's bad at her job, she didn't intentionally sabotage the everything that the mayor's trying to do. You know, it's when you ask somebody to come up to the microphone, there's a certain implied trust there that the person isn't going to take the microphone and then butcher you. And I think that he violated their trust here, and he's going to pay a price for this, I assume. But then again, the city manager doesn't exactly come across as very strong, and neither does the police chief. If I'm the city manager, his nonprofit never sees another dime. Screw him. I mean,
hey, I respect him.
Well, I don't. I think he's an asshole, but okay, we disagree on that. Let's see. Do you see anything in the chat that you want to cover? Let's see here. I usually hit the ones that are pretty long. You don't. Oh, this is referring to the Carmelo Anthony deal. We're not talking about that tonight, but I'll go ahead and post it up there. I think they're arguing about Carmelo Anthony in the chat. Let me ask you this. I mean, I think we've kind of, punched ourselves out here on the whole deal with Cincinnati, but going to Carmelo, what do you think it's going to be like next June when the trial comes around?
A complete circus again?
A complete what?
A complete circus?
Well, in what way? I mean, what do you think? Do you think that okay, so you do have that whole social media kind of dealio where Jeff Metcalf said this, and
all right, with social media, this is the thing with social media, right? It's here today, gone tomorrow. So about time that year go by, everybody already went through so much stuff already. Then when the trial comes, it's gonna pick back up, and then everybody gonna go back and watch the old videos, and you get what I'm saying? So the circus is gonna come back because there's gonna be a lot of people who don't know how trial go. They don't know trial. You know what I mean? Like they haven't watched trials. They haven't watched what is admissible, like you said, what is thrown out, how a witness is going to be questioned on both sides. How can they be questioned? Can you determine whether or not the witness is telling the truth? What is the jury pool looking like? It's not, you get what I'm saying? It's going to be a complete circus because there's going to be a lot of people who got the wrong idea of what's going to happen, and they're going to get their feelings hurt.
Oh, I mean, both sides, right? I think that Carmelo's side will be probably more disturbed than the Metcalf side, but I think both sides are in for some rude shocks because they think that anything that shows character is perfectly allowed, and it don't work like that. The judge is going to say, what is the prejudice versus the probative? And
they got to bring it in through a witness. They can bring it in through a witness. If you ask a certain question and the witness make a mistake and bring in that type of a conversation of a person's character, like describing a person and doing that, then that opens it up and opens the door. But it has to be brought in through a witness.
The judge, and this happened in the Kyle Rittenhouse case, right? Binger would try to bring something in, and the defense would say, we need to talk about this. The jury would head out, and the defense would say, they can't bring this up. And usually the judge would say, you're right, because Binger was absolutely bonkers.
This is what I'm saying. Like all the slander and all the stuff that was going on behind the scenes about that is not.
Oh, this is an opportunity to plug one of my videos because Dominic Black, and I know that my faithful followers know about this, but Dominic Black told me in an interview, and it's recorded, that Binger asked him to bring up the whole CVS video footage so that he could get it in front of the jury. And that is absolutely not allowed. And I'm surprised that nothing more was made of that. But that was a surprise. I didn't know
it's gonna be a lot. There's gonna be a lot of stuff that's coming in that ain't coming in. That a lot of the stuff that people think that just because you saw it on social media that is gonna be in the trial. It's not.
No,
like,
no.
It's just not. It doesn't serve a purpose. It's just make good for social judging. That's it. So
Yeah.
all
Oh
this
boy,
stuff
I
that
can't
everybody
wait
think
for
they know, they don't. All this,
I
oh,
can't
he's
wait
a
for the
thug.
prosecution to hear about this, right? I can't wait for
Yeah,
the prosecution to get a hold of this.
wait, all the stuff about what the daddy did in his past, and none of that matters in this case.
Not,
Like it's
not
just
even.
so it's just
You know.
all that stuff just make good for this and you know for the rhetoric. So that's why I said like I like to get down into that and we talk about that. So
Yeah.
I'm about to but
I'm
yeah, no,
kind
you know what
of
I'm saying?
burned
It was
out.
nice having this conversation with you about this, man. You know what I mean? Shout out
It's
to the
been
people
fun.
out there. I know it's a couple people that I may rub the wrong way, but I appreciate y'all for still subscribing to my channel, especially you, J Lord. J Lord, hey, shout out to you, J Lord. Hey, special shout out to you, man, because you stayed in the comment section with the shenanigans. But I appreciate it though. I appreciate it. You share your thoughts and you speak your mind. I appreciate that. But for those out there that's watching this who's not known for who don't know my content, hey, look, I'm an open book. You know what I mean? I don't shy away from comments. I do engage when I can. Say what you want to say, but keep it respectful. As long as you're respectful, I'm respectful. You get disrespectful, you're gone. I'm not even gonna get disrespectful back. You know what I'm saying? You're gone. That's just how I like to operate. We can keep the racial stuff, even though we talk about racial things. We don't have to be in the comment section being racial against others that we don't know. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
I like
keep
this
it clean,
conversation. The
everybody. I mean,
conversation
some of
was
these
good.
comments were untoward.
Huh?
I said some of these comments were pretty untoward, and I don't think that we need that. As far as I'm concerned, I think I may have lost around 30 subscribers tonight. There's everybody's mad at me. I can't believe that Johnnie Walker Dread bowed down. I mean, look, I go by what I see in front of me, and I am not going to toe a party line. You know, I mean, we all have our biases, and we're all a little bit resistant to, you know, seeing the other side to a certain extent. We're resistant to admitting that we're wrong. We're resistant to changing our worldview a little. But at some point, hey, you see a guy punch another one. I'm sorry. No, I mean, there's no way of hiding that one. And it's the same thing for everything here. I go by what I see in front of me. And if you don't like it, well, I'm sorry. I'm not going to change my mind to please you.
I mean, hey, look, don't feel bad. Somebody called me a raccoon in my earlier live.
Wait, I'm a little confused. I mean, is that an anti-black or anti-white slur?
That's a black on black slur.
Oh, it is? Okay. I'm not familiar with it. I mean, I'm not going to even go
Basically,
there. Never mind.
basically, they saying I'm siding with the other side.
Oh, is that?
I'm
what that
like
means?
camouflage.
Okay.
So basically, they're saying that if I'm not pro-black, I'm pro-white. There is no in between.
I kind of get it too. I mean, look, I mean, I could have 10 times as many subscribers if I was willing to jump in and do that thing. But I mean, I got a full-time job. I don't need to go out there scrounging for subscribers wherever I can get them. So I can say what I want to say. And I don't have to worry about getting. I mean, you know how much money I make a month? That's around $30 a month. So I'm not going to sit there and basically serve my worldview up on a platter to try to get 1,000 subscribers.
Look,
I don't care.
I can only be me. If I go viral being me, I'm okay with that. If you don't like it, hey, you know the other button to press. I don't listen. Like I said, shout out to everybody. You might not like my topic. Maybe you might like the next one. I'm going to speak my mind and how I feel about each and every topic. My channel is to hold everybody accountable for their actions. If you cannot deal with that, then my channel isn't for you. I don't care about what race, community, or whatever background it is. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And my belief of what is right might not fit your belief of what's right. My belief of what's wrong might not fit your belief of what's wrong. But I'm going to speak what my belief is.
J Lord's got his parting shot there. I'll let you respond if you want. Do you want to respond to that?
No, I mean, it ain't, it's, they use it. I mean, it's used a lot. Like it's used a lot. I was just, my comment was based on what you saying about your subscribers and about your people saying that they might leave you. I was just letting you know that you're not the only one. Like people do that to me as well. You know what I mean? People do slur. I don't have to slur. I don't have to do no slurs against nobody. Like I don't know people personally. I don't. If you take social media personally, something might be off upstairs. I don't take none of this personally because I don't know nobody personally. So,
okay. So at any rate, I think we're pretty well. We punched ourselves out on this one. Do you want to have some parting words for your subscribers out there and maybe new subscribers?
Hey, anybody that came over and joined, I appreciate you. Even if you didn't, I still appreciate you for coming in and tuning in to this live. I highly appreciate you. I just want everybody to stay blessed and stay prayed up.
Okay, and I will go ahead and end by saying go to subscribe to my channel, the Johnnie Walker Dread Show. I have about, I think, 1,300 videos, and probably on topics that you're interested in. But as you can tell, I don't toe a party line of any sort. But let's face it, I hang out on the conservative side. I'm biased in that way. However, I do my best to try to recognize the bias, and I will back out when I see I'm in a little bit of trouble. And it's happened a few times. But so Kyle Rittenhouse case, Carmelo Anthony, I've got a ton of videos on Carmelo Anthony. The whole police brutality thing, I have probably 300-400 videos on that. So go and subscribe to my channel, and I think we're done. And I'm going to look through here.
I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. I gotta put some food in my belly.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to get going. Hey, thanks everybody for showing up. I appreciate it. And stay tuned for more. I got some more Carmelo Anthony stuff coming out.